for all these updates, Jacqueline. Well, looking ahead, the River Run International Film Festival is a nonprofit cultural organization that's dedicated to the role of cinema as a conduit of powerful ideas and diverse viewpoints. The festival is set to offer a virtual preview screening of Love in the Time of Fentanyl on Tuesday, January 24th at 7 p.m. This screening is being presented in partnership with UNC-TV PBS North Carolina. The documentary will share a deeply personal look at how staff and volunteers do whatever it takes to save lives and give hope to a marginalized community and provide reprieve for people struggling with addiction throughout the United States, as lawmakers and community members debate legalizing these services as well. And joining us now is Jane McKim. She's Education and Community Director with River Run. She's joining us this morning ahead of the big screening. Thank you so much for joining us, Jane.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be with you.
Absolutely. So we just gave a quick preview into what the film is hoping to achieve during its time. But can you sort of go in, I'm sure you've seen it already ahead of the preview, but can you go into what the goal is of the film and what people are hoping to get out of it at the end of the day?
Well, as you say, it's a personal dive into such a critical issue in so many communities. And the goal with this film is to show resources that are being developed and used to combat drug abuse, and it is hoping to show the personal, the human side of it. And it's beautifully done. It's very moving. It's obviously very controversial, and we just hope to build awareness and understanding. It's easy with a topic like this to think it's somebody else's problem, but when you watch this film, you realize just how it is so broadly affecting in so many communities, and hopefully brings awareness and sensitivity to it and a community response.
Absolutely, Jane, and something that sometimes people don't think about is that these are just everyday regular people that live in our neighborhoods or that we may have even grown up with as well. So with this film, we do know that it's going to be touching on some pretty intense topics as well. Are there any content warnings that you want to send out maybe to parents if they want to make sure that their child may not watch this?
Yeah, because it is intense. I would say it's hard to say stay away from something, but I would say if you want your child to watch it, talk about it ahead of time. Look online about the film, think a little bit about the issues, and talk about it. It's a tough topic, but that's what these Indie Lens pop-up films deal with. Very tough topics, and they deal with them in a very sensitive way, and I think they're great opportunities to explore areas that are difficult.
Absolutely, and we know that this film is sort of touching on different areas. What is the setting of this film and the different people who are going to be involved in bringing it to life?
Well, it's an organization in Canada. It's a Canadian organization who have put this all together, who are offering this service, and it is actually people who have been involved in drugs themselves. It's an organization that calls upon the drug community, people who are working their way out of it, to be involved with helping those who are in need. And so that's sort of the controversial part of it, is that, well, is this just promoting drug use? And because it is, they're injection sites, and it's responding to overdoses and with Narcan and the resources that bring people back. And so it's pretty controversial, but you watch the movie and you realize that it's life promoting. It's a controversial angle and way, and there are many other resources of dealing with drug abuse. This is not the only this is not the only response, but it does bring to bear a very real possibility and the opportunities within it, and also the incredible love and care and just feelings for dealing with fellow humans that are in extremely distressful states.
Absolutely, Jane. And we do know one thing that's also included in this film are harm reduction practices. Now, there might be some people at home now who are unaware, have never even heard this term before. Can you sort of go into it just a little bit so they can get a preview of what's covered in the film?
Well, it's the idea that if someone that people are that are taking drugs are overdosing. It's a fact. You'd like to think that the resources we've had until now, drug treatment and the different um, uh, facilities that deal with that have done wonderful things. But the bottom line is they don't deal. They're unsuccessful. People go back. They may be clean, but then they go back and start using again. And this approach deals with on-site injection where they can save someone's life who's in the middle of an overdose. And that's the tricky part of it. But again, from this standpoint, it's that by using drugs to deal with drugs, you are giving someone another opportunity.
Well, Jane, thank you so much for joining us this morning. This film sounds like a very real film, touching on those very real issues that we're seeing across our country as well. Again, thank you for being up early this morning here with us on WXII 12 News.
Well, I hope people will join us, and we'll have a great conversation afterwards. We have a list of panelists who are very well educated in this, and it's a way to raise awareness. As I say, before I saw the film, I didn't know what I thought of it. And after I saw the film, I know more about it. It's raising awareness. So thank you for taking the time to check into this, and I hope people will join us on Tuesday night.
Absolutely. Well, if you do want more information on where you can watch the film, the festival is offering a virtual preview screening of Love in the Time of Fentanyl on Tuesday, January 24th, right there at 7 p.m. The film is rated TVMA and will be preceded by an advisory given. River Run will be presenting a panel discussion, like Jane just talked about the overdose crisis. Tickets to the free virtual screening can be reserved right there on the festival's website.